Another company has reached out to me and asked me if I would take a look at one of their torches, one of their tactical flashlights. You know me, I like my gadgets, I like my tech, and yeah, I said yes I would. More to the so that I'm interested to see how different this is compared to the other companies' torches that I use and have shown you. This is from Klarus. This is the company name. Comes in a small simple white box. As we know, we all like simple white boxes. This is the XT21X Pro. This is an extreme illumination tactical flashlight. Now I've had this out of the box and I've had a look at it, and I'm not kidding you, this thing is seriously bright. This is 4,400 max lumens with a throw distance of 336 meters. That is one hell of a pack in a punch of light, and I'm not going to kid you, this thing is seriously bright. What do we get in the box? That's the question. So let's just pull it all out, because I've not actually had it all out, and I've got a feeling there's a little bit of a surprise in this box. A couple of little extra bits you don't normally get. First of all, I see you get a pouch, and inside the pouch is your tactical torch. Fits in the pouch very, very nicely, and there's a small plastic cup in the bottom of this pouch where the tactical end of the torch sits, which means you don't get the pressing by mistake on the bottom, because it's solid. So I think that's a really, really good design. Nice Velcro pouch flap. You've got your D-ring to hang it on your camera bag, on your straps, and you've also got a Velcro belt strap as well. So it is a really good pouch. Moving on to what else we have in the box, you get some instructions. I notice you get this small plastic cup. This is to take, I would have thought, a standard battery. I'm hazarding a guess you can put like a AA or something in this. I will check and make sure, but this is what it looks like. It looks like you get a standard battery mount to go inside it, like a bit of an emergency thing. You also get a USB-C to USB-C cable, so that's a twin USB-C, which means you can put that into one of these high power ports and get a good charge on it. And you also get some bits that are stuck in the bottom of the box, which I'm going to have a quick look at. There's your full instructions. With all your power outputs, I would have thought, on the bottom. Yes, you've got all your power outputs as well on there. And then you've got another little pouch with some more little tech in it. So let's have a quick look. We've got a nice lanyard, which you can wrap onto your wrist. And I like lanyards on my things because it saves you from dropping them. You get a spare O-ring, a little spare O-ring for, obviously, your water seal. And you also get, and this is the bit that I said is a bit of a surprise, I've never seen this in a torch before. You get, because you've got a USB-C to USB-C charging cable, you get a female USB-C to standard USB, which means you can put that into a standard USB socket. And you also get an iPhone jack socket. So you can put this cable onto an iPhone. Now I know the reason behind this. I have seen this on the website when I had a quick look. You can use this to charge your phone with. So it means you can put this into the USB-C into your torch, and you can then use the standard USB-C into like your Androids or your new, I think, iPhones and thing, and this is the standard iPhone data cable jack. So that means you can put that on the end there, and you can actually charge your phone if you get desperate for a little bit of power. Okay, so that is a really good little thing to get in your kit, in your little pack. So let's talk a little bit about the torch, because I haven't had this out much. I've had it out, I've had a quick look at it. I know it's very, very bright, but that's about all I know about it. I'm going to give you a quick brightness before we carry on, and then I'm going to have a flick through my phone to some of the screenshots that I've had a look at earlier on. So turbo mode is 4,400 lumens. Runtime is 2.5 hours, I think that says. If that's 2.5 hours at 4,000 lumens, that is serious. You've got high power, which is 1,500 lumens, and it says runtime 4 hours. Medium is 400 lumens, that's 9 hours. Low is 100 lumens, that's 30 hours. And Moonlight is 5, and that's 200 hours. I think these are minutes. It says runtime stroke hours, but I think that's got to be minutes. But I will look into it, and I will put it on the screen for you so you can have a look. Beam distance, or beam intensity, We've got 19,500 at its max and 30 at its lowest. Beam distance, like I said, 336 meters. It's impact resistant to 1 meter, I think, by the looks of this, and it's IPX8, which is a 2 meter submersible waterproofing, so it means you can drop this in water. Now it's got a slight honeycomb texture to the reflector, which means it gives a bit more of a diffused light, I think it does, rather than a direct beam. On the side you've got a nice tactical belt slip, so you can slot that onto your belt or clip it onto your straps. Again, the battery inside is watertight sealed. You've got that O-ring in there to stop the water, and you've got a really big battery in here. This is a 21,700 amp hour battery. It's an 18 watt hours. It's a 3.6 volt, 15 amps discharge. So yeah, it looks like quite a robust battery. I don't know anything technical about batteries. What am I supposed to tell you about batteries? On the bottom, like I said, you have this tactical switch. Basically it's a quick press, and you got that nice tactical switch. A light press to just hold it on, or deep press to keep it on permanently. And when I switch it on, I can feel the heat coming out of this thing. It packs quite a punch. On the side you have a rubber grommet with your USB-C in it, so the rubber grommet keeps that covered up. And also on the side you've got an on and off button. Now I'm just going to play with this for a moment just to see if I can get this to work. You've got a really good bezel on there as well, which protects the glass. There's a really deep bezel, and it's a knurly bezel as well. It's got a little bit of weight to it, but it's not overly heavy, and it's definitely not big. I've not got the biggest of hands, and it fits in my hand quite nicely. So let's just press this on. Number one, you've got this little green light comes on the switch, and I'm just going to press and hold it and just see what it does. It goes off, press and hold, and you get your firefly. So similar to other torches, you press and hold it and you get this nice little dim firefly. Press it once, it goes up to a next light. Let's go second. Yep, we've got different light settings. So you're pressing it and it's got these different light settings. So if I hold it behind me, that's off, that's the lowest. Then we've got high, medium, low, very low, and firefly, which is the lightweight one. And then if you double press, I'm assuming you get, yeah, well, you double press, you get a strobe. So just had a quick look at the instructions, and the instructions basically says power on is 1, that is your max light, and then you just go down. As you press it, it cycles down through to your different lights. And your low light setting is called a Moonlight, which is a nice dim little tiny one. So I'm going to put this outside in a little while in the dark, because it's starting to go a bit darker outside now, and I'm going to show you what the beam's like when it gets a good punch outside, and show you what we can see, and I'll tag that on the end of this video. Okay, so I'm outside with my XT21X. First of all, I'm going to put the light on just to give you a bit of a beam light. This is our very low light, as you can see, shining down on the floor in front of me. I'm parked in quite a long car park. It's probably 100 meters long. So I'm going to just turn this up gradually. Well, I'm not. I'm going to actually whack it on just full power by the looks of it. You can see this is quite a wide spread of light. The beam is lighting down the end of the car park, and it's just starting to rain, so I can see the light, but it's lighting up all at the bottom of the car park. But what it is doing is it's spreading the light out quite wide and quite brightly, so you're getting a good spread of light with that center beam as well. So it's a very wide floodlight type of light. And if I just drop it down by power, you can see the way the power drops down to the different lumens, just to giving you enough to maybe walk around in the dark and work around what you're doing. So yeah, I think that's quite a good spread of light. It's good now, giving out a good pumping light, and it's lighting up the end of the car park quite nicely. You can just see the road sign over on the side there. There's a road sign there, and it's illuminating the trees very well around the car park. So they reckon this LED is 3 times as good as any other torch. That will only come in time for me to tell you whether it is or it isn't. Up to 50,000 hours of LED life. That's a lifetime of power. You've got your tactical settings, your one-touch torch on the bottom, and you can see it's starting to get cold as well. I've got my door open. We've also got an output setting: turbo, one-touch turbo, one-touch low, SOS. So how do we use the SOS? Because I always love an SOS on a torch. If you can get SOS, for me, that is a really good thing. It's also got a memory mode. It remembers its last setting. So this is our last setting, so we're going to turn it down to a low. Triple press. There's our SOS. SOS is brilliant because if you're in trouble and you're stuck and you're outside and you want to send a message, just switch this on, leave it running, and you're going to get your SOS. I'm going to just have a look and see if I can find anything about the adapter. So the adapter will take this adapter that comes with it. That is a battery compartment compatible with all 18,650 batteries. So if you've got a smaller battery, it will go in. We have a temperature control, the real-time temperature monitoring, LED and internal component protection, balance and safety, and functionality. So this has a heat protection in it, so when it gets to a certain temperature it should switch itself off or at least turn itself down. I've gone through the settings with you about the high-low levels and your moon level. IPX8 waterproof, as I mentioned before. Some sizes here, which is 163 millimeters long, it's 41 millimeters at its widest point, and it's 29.2 millimeters at its narrowest point. And there are a couple of loops on the bottom there for clipping your ring onto. Now it's got a funny loop. I've just noticed on the bottom here as well. I'm not sure how that works. I've got a separate button. So I've got my rubber button on there, and I've also got this slightly cut out button there. That is for the flashlight by the looks of it, but for the strobe. That's interesting. Never seen that before on the bottom of a torch, so that's a slightly different design. This is globally recognised quality as well, tested and trusted worldwide to many different countries, all on the screen as you can see. This price is, I found the Amazon price. The Amazon link will go in the description for you as well. It's an affiliated link for my affiliate, and it's £114 in the UK. That's how much this retails at. It's quite a little bit of money for a torch, but these torches are designed to last and are built at a very high spec and quality. Impressed with torches, I really do like them. Thanks for watching. Ciao for now. See you soon. Ta-da. Give us a thumbs up and see what else we can find in the gadget box.